Yo, what's up everybody, and welcome back to your favorite World of Tanks Blitz YouTuber. In today's video, I will be talking about the Luva. I'm just kidding, I will be talking about another tank, and this time about the new Tier 8 medium collector tank from the hybrid nation, the Nebulon. We can have this tank from the Season 2 Constellation. And yeah, we have to get those tanks. The Basilisk, I did already a review about it, and now the Nebulon. Stay tuned for the next review about the Glacier. I have to just to fully equip this tank. We can get him by buying the Battle Pass, and with buying the Battle Pass, you can get the Fortium Shots. And you can also get the Fortium Shots by buying bundles from the store. So this tank is really not bad at all. Starting from the point of it has a good DPM compared to other Tier 8 mediums, let's say the Progetto or the Defender MK1 or other tanks which have 2 to 2.1k of DPM. This tank got 2.3k of DPM, but of course it's not the best medium tank in this game in point of DPM. We still have the Panther 1, the German tank, we still have the Indian Panzer, we still have plenty of other medium tanks which has actually better DPM. But those tanks with better DPM don't have an insane armor. This tank got a good armor, especially the upper plate and the turret especially. It's just a trollish frontal armor, and we're going to see it later with the armor inspector. So all in all, I would rate this tank in about, I don't know, for a Tier 8 medium tank, I would say this tank is a 8 of 10, okay? It's a very good medium tank, and if you want to have a good medium tank, or if you want to anyway get all the tanks in this game and you want to have a robust, solid Tier 8 collector medium tank, this tank is really the case. It's not bad at all. So let's keep talking now. Let's check out first what we need for equipment. So I'm going for gun rammer, because we have a good penetration even without gun rammer. I mean, yeah, even without calibrated shells. I mean, sorry about that. For example, here, if we have a look very fast without calibrated shells, we still have 268 of penetration with premium shells, and that's really enough to do the job. That's why I go definitely for gun rammer. I'm using supercharger, refined gun, and with that we have 0.293 of gun dispersion, which is really not bad at all. I'm going for enhanced armor. I'll show you later why in the armor inspector. Enhanced tracks, improved optics. We have here a good view range, 302 meter, engine accelerator, and the high-end consumables, because we can use here adrenaline, and I want to use adrenaline for a longer time. Using adrenaline with this tank, we will have, I don't know exactly how much, let's say something about 6.3 seconds of reload time in 20 seconds. I'm going also for safety first, and I'm using repair kit, a multi-purpose restoration pack. We have no special consumables here, only the hybrid nation consumables, tinned food and field rations, and I'm using improved fuel to maximize my mobility. We have also a good mobility on this vehicle and a high alpha damage. Look at this, 280 hit points of damage, and sometimes 300 with precision fire, even, I don't know, 350. So it's really a good alpha damage. A nice slab will allow you to finish a lot of tanks, especially the less tanks which are low HP. Penetration is good. Armor for a Tier 8 medium, especially the turret, is also not good. I will check it now with the armor inspector. And we have a good mobility. So all in all, it's really a very good, robust Tier 8 medium tank. And yeah, this is how this tank is going to look like against the Tiger 1, a Tier 7 heavy tank. So if he is using his normal shells, if he will switch to premium shells, it's gonna look like this. But this is the most important thing. Look at the cupola, is pretty big, yes, but it's also, I think, not very easy to aim on it. And if you are playing hull down, that means you are just hiding all this part. The enemy will see only the turret. And look at the small lines, the weak spots, the green. So it's gonna be really very hard to aim on those weak spots. That's why this turret is really so trollish, and I made the experience playing with this tank. If I'm really hull down, I'm blocking a lot of damage, because it's just confusing to aim on those small lines, green lines there, or space there, to aim on it and to penetrate me. So it's really, I don't know, to 80% the shots will bounce. Or I'm playing against very skilled players and they manage somehow to aim on my cupola. Against, I don't know, tier 8 heavies, Tiger 2, it's gonna be easy of course, so we're not going to play very risky against tier 8 and tier 9 heavies because they will penetrate us anyway. But sometimes, somehow, some shots will bounce because, as I told you, it's a trollish armor. But if you go medium side, whatever against tier 7, 8 or 9, this tank will do the job if you are playing hull down because we can really block a lot of damage. Let's have a look now at tier 8 medium tank. I don't know, let's take another nation. It don't have to be German tank. Let's take the M26 Pershing, for example. Here we go. So with premium shells, of course, it's much more easier to pen, but if he's using normal shells, because I think that not every player got premium shells in his magazine or can use premium shells. Maybe there are some broke players who don't have a lot of credits and they use most of the time normal shells. With premium shells, of course, it's easier to pen, but we still have that some red points here, and it's very trollish armor. I made really the experience that I was blocking a lot of damage with this tank. Let's take, I don't know, a tier 9 medium now. Also the same, even there is always that some red somehow, somewhere, okay? And it's very trollish, trust me. We are going to block a lot of damage with this turret if we are hull down. That doesn't mean you are invincible, of course, against, as I told you, tier 8 heavies, tier 9 heavies, tier 8 and 9 TDs. You shouldn't risk it and try to play hull down because they will pen you anyway. In that case, we will be trying to play somehow sneaky, spooky, and try just to surprise the enemy, and for example TDs try to surround them, etc., in order to not to be penned, not to take a lot of damage, and to play more effective on the battlefield. And now let's jump to the battlefield and see what can we perform with this vehicle, with the Nebulon, and see also what how to drive it, how to play with it, and if it is really worth it for you to go for this vehicle or not. If this vehicle fits your playstyle or not, we're going to see right now. So the first battle and situation gonna be in Dynasty's Pearl, and I'm playing here against tier 8 and 2 tier 9 vehicles, and this is how we should play with this tank. At the beginning of the battle, just try to go in a hull down spot and spot the enemy vehicles for your team. As we saw in the beginning of this video, this tank got really a very good view range, and the job, or your job at the beginning of the battle, is to spot the enemy, try to sneak some shots from distance, try to find the hull down position, and from there spot the enemy for your team, maybe sneak some shots from distance, do some damage without taking a lot of damage, because we should save our hit points to the end of the battle to maybe play more aggressive, use your mobility, your high speed to surprise the enemy. And if you are going to play aggressive, of course, we will have a risk to take some damage. That's why you should save your hit points till the end, for the end of the battle. So the T-54A2 Shark is finished, and already 1k of damage dealt without taking a lot of risk here. And let's keep going. So now I'm deciding which one to go, T-30 or Object 704. Let's sneak a shot on him, roll back, look what's going on around me, nobody here. Let's try to give him another shot, but he's maybe going the other way. So let's go now for the T-30, but he's already destroyed. Now let's surprise the Object 704. So always easy going. If you know what are you doing, it's actually easy, really. Of course, in this battle, we are really very lucky. We're going to win it 7-0. But this is your job with this tank. So in the beginning, careful, and then you can risk more, you can play more aggressive, playing all round. And in the beginning I was going medium side, now I can use my mobility to chase the T-49 and go to the heavy side. So this is normal average battle with this vehicle, how to play with it. Here we go, T-49 spotted, and now let's finish that dude. And yeah, a little showcase that the armor here is really working. We got an armor, the T-49 didn't manage to penetrate me. He bounced, he shot, I blocked the damage, and as I told you in the beginning of this video, in the armor inspector, as I show you, that this tank got a trollish armor and it's really not easy to penetrate, especially the upper plate and the frontal turret of this vehicle. I was wiggling my tank left right in front of the T-49. He was confused and he missed his shot. So we was going here in this battle for 2k of damage nearly, and because I spotted a lot of enemies, I did a lot of damage assisted. That's why I got my first class mastery badge. And the second battle, the second situation and showcase for this tank is in Faust, and I'm doing the same job, spotting the enemy, going to kind of hold down position here, trying to use my, look at this, shot blocked 2 times thanks to my frontal turret. And yeah, so we got also here with this tank a good gun depression, 9 degrees, and that will allow us to play hull down, okay? So always think about, try to find a hull down position like this, for example, and just, yeah, try to hit the enemy in peace without risking a lot, especially in the beginning of the battle. So I'm doing my job here, spotting the enemy for my team, doing a shot here, a shot there, rolling back. So distract the enemy and don't let them hit you. And with this playstyle, you're going to definitely have a good win rate with this tank, and you will win most of the battles. Always don't risk a lot in the beginning of the battle playing with mediums and lights. That's the code, that's the rule, playing with mediums and lights. Spot for your heavies, for ATDs, or for other mediums and lights. Don't risk a lot. Try to save your hit points. Try not to take a lot of damage in the beginning of the battle. And then let also your teammates help you. Let your TDs, your heavies also do some job after you spotted for them. Relocate like this. Find another position to keep farming the enemy without being the main target from distance. And then if you see an opportunity to rush on an enemy, to play aggressive, just do it, because in the end of the battle you will anyway, if you play it like that, like I'm showing you here in the last battle and this battle, if you play like that, you can risk then in the end of the battle, and you can play aggressive and finish the last enemies. And that's how I'm playing always with my mediums, and most of the time it works well. Here we go, now let's surprise the Chimera. I don't care, I can risk a shot. If he will pen me once, that doesn't matter. I still have a lot of hit points, and that will help me to finish him. Here we go, 2.3k of damage deals nearly, and nearly 500 damage blocked. So we saw here in the beginning of the battle, that's why I picked up for you this battle, that if you play hull down with this vehicle, we can block some damage, and that's really the strength of this vehicle. In addition to that, we have a good solid DPM, 2.3k of DPM. Compared with other tier 8 mediums in this game, it's more than the average, and we have a good mobility. So all in all, it's really a good vehicle. As I told you, I will rate this tank, or I will classify this tank in the category of it's a very good tank. It's not OP, and it's not something between very good and OP. It's a very good tank. We still have better tier 8 medium tanks in this game, but if you go for this tank and you are not going to do something wrong, it's still a very good vehicle. And this tank, if played well, correctly played, if you know how to drive it, like I showed you here in this video, this tank will definitely help you to grind your win rate. So that's it now for this review about this vehicle. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope that I could help you with this review to have a better idea about this vehicle. If you want to go for this vehicle or not, it's your choice now. It's all up to you. And yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button. And yeah, see you soon in the next video, guys. Bye bye.